Bernadette. I looked at a Lucy episode of them the other day. A Lucy episode with her and Carol. It was so cool. You remember the Lucy show? It was on the Lucy show when they had gone to Hawaii to do all these things. It was crazy. You Carol Burnett. You Carol Burnett. Penny, good morning. Huh? Oh, no, we got 4 minutes. 4 whole minutes. Okay. You're doing everything. Yay! Last of the month. When is that? Okay, when's the last month? It's like the 20th is the 20th. So, okay, gotcha. Just next week, just a little bit. Just a little bit next week, right? Okay. Just the opening? Do I do it? Just the opening? Okay, gotcha. Oh, you don't have a topic? Okay, gotcha. One, no. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Wow. Hey. Good morning, everybody. Hey. Oh, okay. You gotta say, hey, Landis. All right. Hey, I feel better. So much better. feel better? Ah, you know, you just don't think about it until you just lay it on down. Feel better. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning, beloved friends, and warmest welcome. Whether you are gathered here with us in this blessed sanctuary or joining us online, maybe this morning, we welcome you into this sacred spiritual enclave. Here we are united in spirit, connected by the one presence and the one power that lives and breathes through each one of us. And as we begin our time together, I invite us to center ourselves in the beauty and the wonder of this present moment. As I light this candle, may it remind us of the divine Christ light that shines within every heart and illuminates every path. May its gentle flame call us into deeper presence, into peace, and into the awareness that we are forever surrounded and sustained by Spirit's unbridled love. As we begin this first Sunday celebration in the spiritually rich month of June, I invite you to gently settle into your space. Take a slow and deep breath in and let it go. And again, breathe in deeply and exhale fully. Allow yourself to arrive here completely. Release the concerns and burdens of the past week and the demands of the day ahead. Rest for a moment in the gift of this sacred now. A contemporary mystic whose writings I deeply treasure, Richard Rohr, speaks of what's called falling upward, the surprising truth that the soul is often shaped as much by its stumblings as by its triumphs. While we naturally celebrate life's seasons of joy, abundance, and accomplishments, some of our deepest growth emerges through experiences we would never have chosen for ourselves. Disappointments, losses, uncertainties, heartaches, and moments when the ground beneath us seems less certain than before. Yet, from a spiritual perspective, these experiences need not define us, diminish us, or defeat us. Instead, they may become our sacred teachers. They have a way of softening the heart, deepening our compassion, and gently loosening our grip on what we thought we were, so that we can awaken more fully to our very essence and the divine presence within us. Perhaps this is one of life's sacred paradoxes, that what first appears to be maybe a setback or a hardship may become a doorway. What feels like suffering or possibly an ending may become a beginning to something new and greater, and what we resist may ultimately reveal itself as an invitation to greater wisdom, greater love, and greater freedom. As we enter into worship this morning, may we hold this possibility with gentle curiosity. May we become spiritual explorers, willing to seek the hidden treasure that Spirit so often conceals within life's most unexpected terrain. May we trust that the divine is present in every season of our journey, guiding, sustaining, and forever calling us forward into wholeness. And so in the stillness of this sacred moment, we open our hearts to truth, to wisdom, and to love. And so it is, and it is so.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Don't trouble the waters. Why don't you let it be? Still waters run deep. Yes, they do. Oh, yes. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes,
see you, Munchie. Happy week, everybody. All right. Love y'all.
Our daily word for today is let go, let God. We let go and trust in life's perfect unfolding, which is our affirmation. Each day is filled with happenings that we may or may not like. If we let what's going on outside determine how we feel inside, it will be hard to find peace. When we let go and trust in life's perfect unfolding, we are no longer swayed by experiences, whether good or bad. God within us stabilizes and sustains us as we navigate our life's changes. Whether we are facing looming bills, an upcoming school assignment, or career and family responsibilities, we free ourselves by letting go. We come apart a while and rest, taking precious moments to be still, to know, to align with God's power and presence. We trust that God is mightier than any of our circumstances. In all things, God is. Our anxieties are dispelled because we know God is love, and we are that love expressing again. Our anxieties are dispelled because we know God is love, and we are that love expressing. And from 1 Peter 5:7 we read, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you."
Thank you, Judy. That was lovely. And thank you, Landis. That was beautiful and moving. So good morning and welcome to Unity of Chattanooga's Sunday celebration service. My name is Amanda Adamson, and I'm proud to be a member of this Unity community that celebrates and loves our LGBTQ friends inside and outside of this church. And I know that you do too. I'd also like to welcome all of our Unity family and friends who are joining us on Facebook and those who will be watching later on YouTube. We see you, and we joyfully include you as part of our service today. Thank you for inviting us into your homes. Let us know that you're here by sharing your comments, and feel free to pass along today's message to anyone who could use a little encouragement. Do we have anyone here for the first time today that's comfortable with letting us know that? Well, whether you're new or not, we want to extend a special blessing to you, so let's warm up our hands and our hearts as we extend this blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. The Christ in you is divine present in you, or the Christ in you is divine presence in you. It is not out there somewhere. It is in you as you, expressing through every time you choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, and alignment over avoidance. The Christ in you is your truest identity, your inner authority, your unshakable center. It's that eternal essence that remembers what we are even when we forget. We are whole, we are beloved, and we are deserving of joy, health, abundance, and goodness. Unity of Chattanooga is a part of Unity Worldwide Ministries. We are a dynamic new thought movement that began as a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity. Everybody say that 3 times. It began in the 1880s. We focus on love and enlightenment, what Jesus discovered and taught in his ministry, along with borrowing from wisdom teachers from other spiritual paths. We don't hold the market on truth. We are open and receptive to the unfoldment of new ideas, new revelations through the sciences and through our ever expanding and evolving universal consciousness. All are welcomed here to be empowered and supportive, to live authentically. As Billy Joel sings, "We love you just the way you are." And speaking of living authentically from the inside out, as we take a moment and honor Pride Month, I speak as an ally, not just because of my youngest daughter and many of my dear friends who are part of this beautiful community, but because as a spiritual family here, this means we show up for one another. Pride is it's a reminder that authenticity is holy work. It celebrates the courage of people who choose to live their truth even when the world wasn't or still isn't quite ready for it. I think of an amazing woman named Audre Lorde. She was a self-described Black lesbian feminist mother, woman, warrior poet, and activist who taught the world something worth repeating when she said this. She said, "When we dare to be powerful, to use our strength in the service of our vision, then it becomes less and less important whether we are afraid." Pride Month invites us to do the same, to widen our welcome, to courageously honor every expression of the divine, and to remember that when any one of us steps into the light of who we truly are, we all shine a little brighter. So, and I would also like to self-congratulate Alcoholics Anonymous for managing to keep this drunk, former drunk, sober for the last 34 years. And so I would like to invite Linda O'Brien to come up before I do the remainder of the announcement. She looks surprised. Come on.
Good morning, everybody. I am working on putting together a Facebook auction for Unity to help raise some more money for either a new building, whatever new building that looks like, either here or maybe in a different location. So I'm asking everybody if you have any new items or would like to contribute artwork, alcohol, gift cards, whatever it is that you have that you may not need at your home or you'd like to buy something and contribute. I'm going to ask everyone to bring it to our bookstore for like the month of June. Bring those items in, and once we feel like we have enough, we'll start putting the pictures and starting bids on Facebook. And then you guys, and we'll invite people, and you guys can invite other people, and we'll give a certain amount of time, and on this particular date, all the bidding ends, and people will pay and we'll get your items to you. So we're just trying to raise a little bit more money for our building fund. So if you have any questions, just message me or ask me after the service. Thanks.
Thank you, Linda. Okay, so for a few announcements, and actually there's only like 5. That's amazing now. Our daytime Unity Classics book study continues. We're just on our 2nd week, and the chapters are short, so hop in any time. It's at 10:45. The book we're reading is The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. You can purchase the book online, but I'm going to let you in on the secret. Y'all don't tell anybody, okay? Turn the cameras off. No, you can find this book free online at truthunity.net. and just look up the name of the book. Unless you're like me, I like to underline everything in the books, but just a little tip there. And next week, we have a double hitter on Saturday, June 13th. We are presenting a spiritual showcase concert by Sean Galloway here at the church. The concert is from 5 to 7 p.m., and the cost is $20 per person, so please bring some beverages or adult, anyway, and snacks to share.
I'm gonna make pasta. I'm making pasta.
Yes. Oh, awesome. So there's free parking, and all of you Sean Galloway groupies are welcome. Then on Sunday morning, the 14th at 10:30, Sean will be here as our guest speaker to present Music with a Message. And last but not least, the Power of Eight group will be meeting downstairs today following our fellowship at 12:15. And so without further ado, let's rise and meet and greet one another.
You didn't get a slide.
You didn't get a slide for what? What time? Okay.
We only just decided. We're gonna have one this Wednesday.
6 o'clock Wednesday. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Should we use this? Or at least have it handy?
Honey,
Not for you.
I'm a freaking animal. Oh, for her. Oh, well, absolutely. You want to go ahead and put it there?
We don't need it for you. Well, have to, but just offering it.
I think I'd be better without because of balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
We sure don't need action.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
It looks like I'm okay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't ever use a podium, but the last time I did up here, I loved it. I guess because
It's comfortable. All right, I got to call the court to order here. right, as we get settled back in, I have one more announcement. On this Wednesday at 6 p.m., her Alchemy group will be meeting, in case there wasn't a slide for that. So just a... And a drum circle. Ooh. So please come out. They have a good time here. So it is my honor to welcome today's guest, Rev Lora Beth Gilbreath. She is a longtime dear friend of Unity of Chattanooga and the former Christ Unity Church. I'm thinking of my church in Anaheim, sorry. As many of you know, she got her calling to ministry while serving right here within these hallowed walls of Christ Unity Church. Today, she serves as the senior minister of Unity Transformation in Knoxville. So, please give a warm welcome for our dear, dear sweet friend, Lora Beth Gilbreath.
Oh, it is great to be back in this room. It is with new friends, old friends, everything. And one thing I learned from author Pam Grout is to affirm every day something amazingly awesome is going to happen to me today. Let's take that together. Something amazingly awesome is going to happen to me today. And it's already happened for me, and it's going to be in the lesson today in just a minute. So, and Pam Grout's also going to be one of our keynote speakers at our September retreat at Junaluska. But, yes, what we're focusing on today is spiritual alchemy and the transformation of suffering. How do we do that? And what we're gathering today and remembering is that life really invites us into a very sacred process. One that doesn't avoid suffering, but it invites us to transform it. So in the language of spirit, we call this transformation, many times we call it alchemy. It's that tradition of turning base metal into gold. And for us, spiritually speaking, it means our transforming pain into wisdom. It means transforming loss into compassion and struggle into awakening. Now, we don't glorify suffering per se, but we do recognize that in the suffering, there is the potential for profound transformation. And one of the stories, two of the stories today I'm going to share are true stories coming out of this church that were suffering leading to profound transformation. Now, let me get my Kleenex out. Ken knew to give it to me today. The alchemy is not in the pain, but it's what we allow spirit to move in and through the situation. It happens when we stop resisting what is. Am I the only one who pushes hard against what is? And instead, we begin to at least try to open to what can be revealed. Because when we meet our life experiences with awareness, and each and every one of us has a different spiritual curriculum. Those are the challenges in our lives. But if we can bring to it awareness rather than avoidance, something very sacred begins to unfold. Because we realize that right in the midst of difficulty, there's a presence, steady and wise, that's moving us toward wholeness. Our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, said, "The mind is the connecting link between God and man." So we're called to, I like to say, align with the divine. And then we can begin to look at our life experiences in different ways. What may have seemed like very meaningless suffering opens us to deeper understanding. What once felt like isolation becomes this invitation to divine companionship. And the story of transformation goes all the way through Scripture. The one I'm going to take is from Genesis, and that's the story of Joseph. And Joseph, remembered, said, even though you intended to do harm to me, God intended it for good. And that is spiritual alchemy. And that's the recognition that whatever appears harmful can be transformed into divine purpose. And that's my amazingly awesome thing today. I'll get to it in a little bit. It doesn't mean that we deny our pain. We don't bypass. Am I too close to the microphone? Back up a little. Thank you. Okay. You were supposed to tell me that. We have these little ways we communicate back and forth. We don't deny our pain. Instead, what we do is we bring them into the light of awareness. We allow ourselves to process. We allow ourselves to grow. The alchemy comes when we realize that nothing is wasted in spirit. No experience in our life is wasted. Myrtle Fillmore, our other co-founder of Unity, says we are not bodies with souls, we are souls expressing through bodies. So when we can align with our spiritual nature, we begin to see life with a new perspective. And then when we forget that new perspective, we pull back again. And our challenges then are no longer a threat to our identity, but they're opportunities for our soul's greater expression, because we see that our true self is whole, even when our human experience looks otherwise, looks fractured. So, these are the questions for us to ask ourselves in the midst of suffering. What is seeking to emerge through this? What greater love, strength, or wisdom is being called forth? And these questions shift us from victimhood to our participation in this creative process of life. And I'm going to give just a little bit from a verse from Isaiah from the Hebrew Scriptures, because it's really beautiful. And the writer here says, to give them a garland instead of ashes, and the oil of gladness instead of mourning. But the part of this that I'm really drawn to is to give them a garland instead of ashes. And sometimes we think of ashes as being destruction, but I invite us to think of that as a little bit differently, that the ashes are the starting of something new. Think about our burning bowl at the first of the year. Don't we want to see that stuff go into ashes and to be transformed into something better? Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, says that life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks about it. It's law of mind action, thought held in mind. So when we hold on to faith, hope, divine possibility, then we begin this transformation process. Transformation, you're going to hear that a lot from me. That's my ministry name, Unity Transformation Knoxville. And what happens is the outer conditions may not change immediately. What changes is our relationship to the situation. And then that changes everything. So spiritual alchemy today, I'm going to break it down into 3 processes. The first one is awareness that we'll start with. The second one, acceptance. And the third, alignment. So awareness is our being aware of our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our patterns. And the part we don't like doing, but's powerful, is bringing these things to light so that we can honestly look at them and really transform them. Okay, so that's awareness. Some of you may be familiar with the Hindu tradition, the divine couple Shiva and Shakti. And this is a story about Shiva and Shakti because their job is to watch out over our earthly realm. And they're touched by many, many things when they look down. They're touched by our challenges, the complexities of our human relationships, and they're really touched by the presence of suffering in our experience. Now, the story I'm telling is a metaphor, of course. So one day, Shiva and Shakti are looking down, and Shakti sees this miserably poor man walking down the road. His clothes are shabby. His sandals are all tied together with a rope. Shakti's heart is just filled with compassion. And she asked Shiva to give this man some gold. Shiva looked at the man a good while and said, "My dearest wife, I can't do that." And Shakti said, "Well, why not? You're the Lord of the universe. Why can't you do this simple thing?" And Shiva said, "I can't give it to him because he's not ready to receive it." Shakti says, "Well, why can't you just drop a bag of gold in his path?" So Shiva consents and drops the bag of gold in the man's path. Well, he's headed home. He's worried about food. He's worried about dinner, worried about not having enough. And he turns the bend in the road, and he perceives a large rock right in the middle of the road. And he's so fortunate that he saw the rock in the road, so he carefully steps over it, very carefully, so he won't tear his sandals up, and he goes on his way. So how many times have we, in our own awareness, missed the bag of the gold that was right there in the middle of the road because we weren't aware of it? That's awareness. Now, acceptance. And this invites us again into this sacred process. And for awareness today, I want to first start with a story about a student that I taught in grammar school when I taught at St. Nicholas School. And I'm not looking at you. His name is Jordan Thomas. Both of his parents are neonatal physicians, and the fact that they're both doctors is a really, really important part of the story. And as far as background, this whole family attended both of the Unity churches here in Chattanooga. They started here at Christ Unity and then joined Unity of Chattanooga. So this is a Unity family. Jordan is the youngest of three boys, and I always still go back and laugh at when Dr. Liz told me one day, she said, with the three boys, she said, I was great with them until I let them outnumber me. So Jordan's the youngest, and we're going to fast forward. He's 16 years old. He's just about to start his junior year at Macaulay School. Jordan, even at a young age, gifted athlete, really, really good. And even at a young age, he was obsessed with golf. He was the captain of the golf team at Macaulay, probably looking at a potential golf scholarship in college. And it was a few weeks before school was starting that year, I think his junior year. And Mom and Dad and Jordan were water skiing about 5 miles off the coast of Florida. Mom and Dad were in the boat. Jordan was in the water when a massive wave threw him into the propeller of the boat, and both of his legs were cut off. Well, this is where 2 doctors in the boat really, really helped. It took 2 of them to get him back into the boat. One of them drove the boat to shore. The other applied all of their medical knowledge. If you ever go to the Jordan Thomas Foundation website, you can see a video of all 3 of them talking about this experience. So they're applying tourniquets, getting him 5 miles offshore, getting to the shore where the ambulance was waiting to take him to the hospital. Now I'm going to fast forward here in this story. Now Jordan is being treated with prosthetics in Miami. And what the family learned at that time, it's perhaps changed because Jordan went to Capitol Hill to talk to Congress about this, that many insurances did not even cover prosthetics at all. And if so, one time in your life. So what's a child going to do after they outgrow their prosthetics? And I want to say Reverend Doug Barth was down in Miami with them for part of this experience. Well, Jordan was smart at 16 years old. He always was smart. He was smart at 7 years old, I'll tell you that. He saw, my prosthetics are not an issue for me. My family can afford this. Both parents were doctors. But what Jordan noticed when he was in rehab was that there were children that could not afford any any prosthetics. And Vic and Liz, if they were here, would tell you this. They did not make this decision. Jordan did it in rehab, and that's when he started the Jordan Thomas Foundation to provide children who need them to have prosthetics up to the age of 18. He was subsequently nominated for CNN Hero of the Year. He was introduced by Neil Patrick Harris. That's also linked on the Jordan Thomas Foundation website. So I think from the Gospel of Matthew, we go to Jesus' words. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Matthew 25:40. Jordan embodied acceptance, and that acceptance became his life work. Now, another powerful story, and that's my amazingly awesome thing for today. I'm not exactly sure how many years we're going back, but it was one Sunday morning here in this very space. Everybody had gone home, even Jim Murray, and my close friend, Kathy Carroll, we both went through Unity Church of Practical Christianity together in 1976, but she and I were out front. She was really always taking care of the plants, and I was talking to her. And at that time, on the side street there were hedges, really, really, really high hedges, so that anybody who came up that side street to try to get at that stop sign, you could not see what was coming down McBride Road. And there was a car that turned out of McBride Road just as 2 fellas on a motorcycle were coming down McBride Road. And what Kathy and I saw was that motorcycle hit that car and the bodies come flying on the pavement out here. We were on the front porch and we looked at each other. Kathy says, I'm going to the pavement. And I said, I'll go call 911 in silent unity. And Kathy stayed on that pavement and spoke positive, affirmative statements, spoke truth to the fellows out there. And I didn't know when I came here today that Donnie Hammond, who was out on that pavement, is here today. And this is another powerful, powerful story of transformation. And that's a hell of a way to find unity, Donnie. So those are two people where suffering has made dramatic, the suffering didn't do it. It's how they worked with the suffering to be very powerful influences in the world. So, awareness, acceptance, and alignment. And against that's our choice. I have to so many times remind myself today, oh, come on, let's take your attention from here to here. I'm sure y'all do it as well. And there's a wisdom from 2 Corinthians says, we are afflicted in every way but not crushed, perplexed but not driven to despair, struck down but not destroyed. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9. This is the resilience within us. This is what transforms the gold that comes out of the fire. And that Christ's presence, that indwelling divinity, is the power that we're working with. Again, from our Christian scriptures from John 1, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. And as we embrace spiritual alchemy, we begin to trust that every experience, no matter how difficult, hitting a pavement in front of this building, losing your legs, whatever, we all have stories that can be used for our awakening and for our transformation. And we discover that wholeness is not the absence of struggle, but it is the presence of our transformation. We are transforming our lives in ways that are positive, principled, and practical. That's our ministry affirmation up in Knoxville, because we're not made whole by avoiding life. We're made whole by faith, meeting life with faith, with courage, and with love. So we affirm nothing is wasted. Every tear, every challenge, every hope of uncertainty, every moment of uncertainty is held in that infinite wisdom of Spirit, being transformed in ways that we cannot imagine. We are transforming our lives in ways that are positive, principled, and practical. Let's take that together. We are transforming our lives in ways that are positive, principled, and practical. And so it is. And it's this time for our meditation, yes? So I'm going to invite us, if we will, just to take another deep breath. And wherever there's tension in our bodies, we just invite it to relax. And we gather in this time of prayer in this room. We join in prayer with those that are joining us online. And I invite us also to join our prayers with our Silent Unity Prayer Ministry in the Prayer Vigil Chapel that has been a non-stop, continuous prayer since 1890. So I now breathe gently and become still. I allow every experience to rest in the presence of divine love. I trust that transformation is already unfolding within us. We rest in peace. We know that all is being transformed and made new. So we now enter into these sacred moments in the silence. And as we are joined together in prayer, I just invite us to allow to bubble up in our awareness any people, any situations that we want to bring into prayer at this time, whether it's a healing need, a need for guidance. And I just invite everybody in the room to think of one thing, either internationally, nationally, state, local, anything that is of concern, and I figure we can cover the waterfront if we all take something, and bring this now into this one power, this one presence. And we now claim that for all that we are praying for now and lifting up into this light, that God's greater good right here and right now is now unfolding, and we claim it in the name and through the power of the living, loving Christ presence. And join me in saying, and so it is. In Unity and New Thought, we talk about the law of circulation. If you don't know what the law of circulation is, Jesus says it this way in Luke 6:38. Jesus says, given it will be given to you, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. So if you're giving with something to put into the offering rather than digitally, well, you just, if you're done digitally, you can put it between your hands too, okay? And bless it. And let's take this affirmation together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I receive in abundance. And so it is.
I am free. I am unlimited. There are no more chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now. Right now. I am unlimited. There are no more chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now. Right
And we now give thanks for your generosity in supporting Unity of Chattanooga in creating connection and community and being an engaging center for education, prayer, and compassionate support. And that's what you're serving. And so it is. Amen. One other quick thing, after the service is over, I and my husband Ken will be in the bookstore at the table. We had this marvelous registrar at our fall retreat for years and years. I can't even tell you how good they were. That would be Pennyworth, and she's gone out of the room. We have a new registrar this year, and we've come up with some changes. I would like to talk to y'all that already know you're going to go back to Junaluska Pam Grout that I quoted, she's one of our keynotes this year. Come, let me talk to you about the registration process. And guess what? If you've never been to Junaluska before for retreat, talk to one. Raise your hand if you've been there before. These are the people to come talk to. But come talk to me, and we can give you some information about that. Bookstore after the service. Here we go.
My page was missing. Wow, thank you so much. I don't know if I need it. I'm sure they'll let me know if I forget anything. You know what? Your words, your heart, your energy of love and inspiration and the way you speak the truth, touches us all. We appreciate you deeply. Thank you. Okay, terrific group here today. Let's see, I need to remind you that our prayer chaplain is Mary Shaw, and she will be so happy to pray with you. Just go to the back room to the right there. And a quick reminder also, 12:15 for the Power of 8 group, right? Okay. And I invite all of you to stay. It doesn't matter if you brought food or not. We're family. We share. We love to share, and we'd love to have you stay in fellowship with us. And a reminder to please realize that through the magic of a few of our volunteers, the sanctuary will be transformed into a cafeteria. So if you'd kindly pick up your belongings and yeah. How do you say that nicely? And if that is all, let's stand together and sing the peace song.
3, 4. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God our Creator, and oneness all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.